What is morphology? Morphology is the study of a plant physical form, external structure, and development. It also focuses on roots, stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Other than that, it can help understand variation, evolution, and function of plant parts. Lastly, it different from plant anatomy, which study internal structure.
Hello and salam sejahtera to Madam Saida. My name is Krista Natalia Martin Ana Adrivili, and today I will be presenting about leaf morphology. Leaves are important for plants because they make food, release water, and exchange gases. They perform photosynthesis to produce food and oxygen, transpiration to help water move in the plant, and gas exchange to take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen through tiny pores. A leaf has different parts that help it work. The lamina is the flat green part that makes food. The leaf base joins the leaf to the stem. And the petiole is the small stalk that holds the leaf and helps it get sunlight. Leaves can be simple with one blade like oak or maple, or compound with many leaflets like rose or walnut. For leaf venation patterns and modification of leaves is leaf venation is the pattern of veins in a leaf. Paravenation has veins running side by side and it's found in monocot like grass and maize. While reticulate venation has a net-like pattern and it's found in dicot like mango and hibiscus. Some leaves are modified to help plants survive. Leaves can become tendrils for support, spines for defense, fleshy leaves to store food, pilots for photosynthesis, or insect traps like pitcher plants and Venus flytraps.
Hello, madam. My name is Jackson Dennis, anak Kelantan. Today, I will present about fruit morphology. So, this is my next slide, which is definition of fruit morphology. Definition of fruit morphology is fruits are mature ovaries containing seeds. They develop after flower fertilization. So this is my third slide, which is fruit classification. They have three fruit classification, which is first simple fruit, second is aggregate fruit, and the third is multiply fruit. The first one is simple fruit. Simple fruit develop from single ovary, for example, apple, cherry, and tomato. And the second fruit classification is aggregate fruit, which is developed from multiplied ovaries of single flower, for example, strawberry and raspberry. And the last one is multiplied fruit, which is developed from ovaries of multiplied flower, for example, pineapple. So I will continue process of fruit morphology. The first one is simple fruit, which is P. The ovary of a single flower develops into the mature fruit. The pod and the ovals become the seeds. The second one is aggregate fruit, which is fruit raspberry. These multiply small fruitlets, carpels, from a single flower cluster together to form one fruit. And the last one is multiply fruit, which is fruit pineapple. The entire fruit develops from the fused ovaries of an entire cluster of flower and inflorescence. Thank you. So, this is my last part, which is part of a fruit. There are two parts of fruit and seed anatomy, which is first pericarp and the second is seed. For pericarp, there are three parts, which is exocarp outer layer, second mesocarp fleshly middle layer, and the third one is endocarp inner layer, which is it can be hard or soft. So we move to the seed. Well, for seed, there are three parts, which is embryo baby plant inside the seed. Second, endosperm store nutrient. And the last one is seed called protect the embryo. So that's all from me, madam. Thank you.
Hi, today I will talk about morphology of roots. Roots are developed from the radicle. The main functions of root are anchorage to hold the plant firmly in the soil. Second, for absorption, to absorb the water, mineral, and mineral salts. Lastly, storage to store food in some plants. For dicot root, which is taproot system, the primary of roots can grow down the soil and anchoring plant. For the secondary root can increase the surface area for absorption. Tertiary roots can help anchor the plant in different soil direction. Lastly, for rootless can help in anchoring fine parts of the root system. While for monocot roots, which is a fibrous root system, there is no main root. And also it has many roots grow from the base of the base. Lastly, all roots are almost equals. It also can help in prevent soil erosion.
Hi madam, I'm Ashley and I will present about stem morphologies. There are few that I will be explaining about is the primary stem function, basic stem structure, stem types, and also the modification of stem. So for primary stem functions, is the support is to hold leaf up to the light and elevate flowers for pollination. Transport, vascular tissue conduct water and nutrients between roots and leaf. For their production is to develop new growth, leaf, branches, and flowers. And for the storage, it's to store water, the nutrients for the plant surviving during stress. Next, for the basic stem structure, the buds is the doormat shoots located at the knots. The knots area on the stem where leaf and buds attach. Internode is the region of the stem between two successive knots. For petal, the stalk that attaches the leaf blades to the stem. Next, for the stem type, there's two stem type, which is the herbaceous stem and also woody stem. For herbaceous stem, it's soft, non-woody stem. For example, sunflowers and beans. And for the woody stem, it's hard stem with secondary growth. For example, the tree and scrubs. So for the next slide is modification of stem. So modification of stem, it breaks into two parts, which is modification by function and also modification for vegetative propagations. So for modification by function, it has food storage and pollination, support, defense, and also photosynthesis. So for food storage and perennations, the types of underground stems such as tubers, rhizomes, and corms. The description is to store foods and enable the plant to survive unfavorably periods. Support, the type of stem is stem tendrils. The description is slender, coiling structures that help plants to climb, such as grapes. And for defense, the type of stem is the thorn. The description is woody, pointed structure that protect the plant from grazing animal. So photosynthesis, it has phylloclites, and description is the flattened green stem contain chlorophyll for photosynthesis, such as cactus. Next, for the modification for vegetative propagation is rhizome, underground horizontal stem, such as ginger, iris, and bamboo. And for tuber, enlarged underground stem tips, as for example, the potato and yams. Stolon, horizontal stem growing along the ground, for example, the strawberry and also spider plant. Runner, an underground stem that spreads to new areas, forming new plants when older parts are died. For example, often found in grass-like plant. And next is the offset, literal branch with short internodes bearing a rosette of leaves and roots. For example, commonly seen in aquatic plants or rhizoria like Pistia or we know as water lettuce. That's all from me.
Today I will talk about flower morphology. Flowers are the reproductive part of plant. They help plant reproduce through pollination and seed formation. Flowers also have different shapes and structure to attract pollinators. A flower has several important parts. The stamen is the male part of the flower and it produces pollens. It consists of the anther and filament. The sepal is the female part and it includes the stigma, style, and ovary. Petals help attract insects while sepals protect the flower part. Sepals are the outer parts of the flower and are usually green. They protect the flower before it blooms. Petals are colorful and help attract pollinators such as bees and butterflies. These parts work together to help the plant reproduce successfully. The male part of a flower is called the androecium. It is made of stamen. Each stamen has an anther and a filament. The anther produces pollen. The female part is called the gynoecium or pistil. It has stigma, style, and ovary. The stigma receives pollen and the ovary contains ovule. A flower has four main parts. The calci protects the flower, the corolla attracts insects, the androecium is the male part, and the gynoecium is the female part. A complete flower has all four parts: sepal, petals, stamen, and sepal. An incomplete flower is missing one or more parts. A perfect flower has both male and female parts, while an imperfect flower has only one. Pollination happens when pollen moves from the anther to the stigma. Then a pollen tube grows to the ovule. Fertilization occurs when the male cell joins the egg. After that, the ovary becomes a fruit and the ovule becomes seeds.